What's up YouTube, it's Kira here and we're back with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kirarai, and if you're returning, then welcome back. It has been a little minute and this is a different kind of video than I normally do. Y'all know I do vlogs and day in the lives and all that stuff, but today is something a little bit different. As I mentioned in my video yesterday, and if you keep up with me on a regular basis, I have been gone. I think the last time I posted was in October and it is currently December now. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I came on here and kind of explained why and really let you guys into my headspace at the moment, because a lot of things have been going on and I wanted to make sure that I'm being honest with you guys as much as I can and as much as I'm comfortable with. Because you guys do support me and I really do appreciate that, and I feel that it's important for me to not leave you guys in the dark. So that is what this video is about. So I'm going to be looking off to the side because I have written some notes down because I want to make sure that I stay on track, but also make sure that I'm covering all the information that I wanted to in this video. So just to give you guys like a little summary of everything that has been going on, I have been dealing with some mental health issue things. Also, things with school and dance and my academics have been really hard this semester. I also went through a breakup, which was really difficult. Yeah, being in the position that I am in, that being a aspiring YouTuber at such a small school, that is very difficult. I am the only one in the dance department that is making videos about, you know, TCU, STCD. So because I am the only one doing that, I realize just how much my opinion about certain things, or you know, how I showcase things, can really influence prospective students that are interested in coming to TCU later for their college career. And I had to stop for a second and really think about kind of what I'm putting out there. Everything that I've showcased so far, you know, it's nothing bad. It really is just really lighthearted and you know, fun days in my life and stuff like that. But I get put in a difficult position because not everything is peaches and cream over here, and sometimes I feel like I'm not being true to myself because I'm not able to fully express certain things, and it can be a lot sometimes. And I say it can be a lot because I'm that person where when I go into something new, like for example, like I'm taking a new class or something, like, and someone tells me, oh, you're gonna hate this professor, or oh, you're gonna love them, or you're not gonna like them. Like, I don't like going into something with someone else's opinion in my head because it really messes with me and it doesn't allow me to authentically form my own perspective of that person, because I already have, you know, I've already, in a sense, made up my mind about how I'm going to feel about that person. And so in relating that to this, I feel that, well, I really don't want what I put out there to shape how someone else may feel about the school. As I said before, there are some, like, not everything is peaches and cream over here, and I don't want to keep making it seem like that. But it's also like, not everything is just terrible, you know? So I don't know, it's kind of hard finding a balance between being completely real with you guys and also not, you know, tearing down and messing up my own name here just because of some opinions that I may feel. So yeah, taking a step back and, you know, not posting, I realized just how much that feeling just had a hold on me, because, you know, it's so easy for someone to get on here and pretend as if their life is just all of this, you know, happy rainbows and, you know, ice cream and all that stuff. But in reality, like, it's the complete opposite, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm living a double life. You know, I don't want all my videos to be this just amazing, you know, happy content, and then on the flip side it's something completely different. Like, I don't want that. You know, I want to be as open and as me as possible in every space, whether it's online or whether it's in person or with, you know, a group of friends. Like, I want to be the same me no matter what space that I'm in. So that has been kind of like a personal thing that I've been dealing with. But I think that moving forward, seeing that I am back and we're about to go into a new semester, I think that I'm going to be honest with you guys, try to be a little bit more honest with you guys about certain things, but I'm not going to communicate it in a way that says, oh, you're not going to like this, or you are going to love this, because my experience is my experience and your experience is your experience. And I want to make sure that if you do decide to come to TCU or, wherever you go, that I want to make sure that you know that it is literally all about you and how you feel about the school and not about any other person's opinion, because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one that's going there. So with that being said, if you are a college student looking to go to here or somewhere else, whether it be for dance or whatever you want to major in, make sure that you are going in and getting that hands-on experience. Make sure that you're going into the classroom, making sure that you are taking a perspective class and asking and talking to professors, asking them questions and reaching out to other students. That way they can be, that way you can really get the full experience before committing somewhere. So that is all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so now just speaking about school personally for me, my time here at TCU has been a very, very interesting one. And I do plan on making an even in-depth video later down the line after I graduate, kind of just really unpacking things. But where I am right now in my relationship with this school, it's better, but I don't know if it's still the ideal or what I pictured to be the ideal college experience. My start at TCU, it was really difficult, and I have run into some social situations with friends that just really kind of left me in shambles at the end of semesters. And I've recovered from all of it, and I'm fine. I actually have mended a lot of those friendships and I'm good now. But my biggest struggle at this school is being, and actually this is in the dance department, is being the only person of color in my class of 2023 class. I think there's like 7 or 8 students of color, black students of color in the dance department, and then there's four professors. But in my class of 2023 class, I am the only black person. And that has taken a different kind of mental toll on me. And it's so interesting because in high school, high school, middle school, elementary, I've always been exposed to a very diverse group of people. And, I never had to worry about being the only this person or being the only that person, because it was so diverse. There were many of us in the room, and it was easy to adjust. And it's not the same here at TCU. And obviously that's expected. Like, I go to a PWI, and yeah, but I thought it would be fine. I thought, okay, white people, like, it's fine. I've been around them before. Like, it's literally not an issue. But it was. And, I really struggled with, and especially my freshman year, I really struggled with being okay with being the difference in the room. And it was hard. I remember I went in to talk to one of my professors, and I was like, I can't do it. I was like, I can't do it. I was like, it's too white. There are too many people in here. I was like, I can't relate to anyone. No one understands. Like, I already feel as if I have to work 10 times harder just to prove that I have to be here. And, my professor definitely understood. He was black as well. And he really took the initiative to try and make me feel more welcome. And it helped. It really helped. And I'm so thankful for this professor's presence in my life. But it was it was rough. And even the videos that I make today, I know it looks like I have so much fun with everyone, and I enjoy my class and some of the relationships that I have with people. You know, I like spending time with them, but that's not always my mindset, and I wanted to make sure that I let you guys know that. And there is a cultural clash at times, and I'm not saying that I get into arguments, you know, with people and all that stuff, but mentally it's a lot to process at times. And I've made a lot of progress from freshman year, in terms of how it all affects me, but there are times here and there when I'm like, I'm in a group of people and I feel like I don't belong, and not because they're not being welcoming, but it's just like in the way, you know, Black people think, like, y'all know, my Black people out there in the audience, like, there's a certain connection that we have with one another, you know, and that's just Black culture. That's just how we are. And so yeah, I'm just not as comfortable in some spaces, and that is, it's a lot to deal with at times. And this semester I took the initiative to actually get back out there and not isolate myself, because something that I would do, and I guess this is somewhat of a toxic trait of mine, like when I don't feel welcomed, I will retreat and I will get quiet, and you know, I'll just kind of keep to myself, which isn't really like me. I am actually more, you know, fun, I guess, outgoing. I'm not a huge extrovert. I'm an extrovert when I need to be, and with my small group of, very, very small group of friends, like, I'm not just gonna go out to go out. Like, no, that's not me. I want to get in my bed. But this semester, and not being on YouTube for the majority of it, I actually got close to some of my Black friends. Their names are Sasha and Tiani, and another friend of ours was actually joined our friend group, and he's super cool. And so I've just been spending a lot of time with them, and as well as my other friends, my roommate and my friend Bethany. And you know, I feel like now I've got, sorry, I'm playing with my key to my apartment. I've got a really good balance between, you know, Black and white, I guess you could say. And it's nothing against, you know, the white people and you know, my friends that are not of color. It's nothing against them at all, but it's just, this is just how I feel. And again, not everything is peaches and cream. So that was a struggle of mine this semester, but I definitely feel like I have gotten on top of it, and I feel so good. I feel so freaking good, and I feel like I'm on top of the world now. That was one thing. Another thing that I struggled with was just my relationship with dance. I'm gonna be honest, how I'm feeling about dance right now, no. You're done. You're literally done. Oh my gosh, I'm just not feeling it anymore. And I have been going back and forth between loving it and hating it, wanting to keep going and wanting to quit literally all semester. Honestly, since before this semester. I've been dealing with this for a good little minute now. And this semester, I feel like I've just become so numb towards it, and it hurts, because dance, like, it, you know, when anyone would ask me, what do you want to do? I'm saying professional dancer. Like, this is what I want to do. I'm going to move to New York. I'm going to perform with Ailey. Like I was ready. Like, this was my dream. I knew what my career was going to be. I knew where I wanted to go. I knew where I wanted to end up. But I don't necessarily feel that way anymore. So now I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, how am I supposed to feel? Like, and I'm a junior, like, and I'm a junior and I still don't know what I want to do. And it's scary. And I can't tell if how I feel about dance now is because of what I'm experiencing with it right now in terms of being in school and studying it, or if it's actual true burnout and me not really wanting to do it anymore. My training here at TCU, some of it is enjoyable and some of it isn't. And the parts that are not so enjoyable have really been affecting me. And it's definitely, been affecting my relationship with dance. And that's why I say I don't know if I'm feeling this way due to what I'm experiencing in this season or if it's actual burnout. So yeah, honestly, I would like to say more on how I'm feeling towards dance, but that's pretty much the gist of it. I just don't know. I know that there are days when I haven't danced at all and I'm like, I want to dance. There's nothing else that I want to do. I just want to go and dance. But then there are other days when I'm like, this feels great. Not dancing feels great. And sometimes I can see myself not doing it. But then there are other times when I'm like, no, you wanna travel. You wanna perform in Germany. You wanna perform in Amsterdam. You wanna perform in New York. You wanna go to Canada and Australia. So Kiki doesn't know. And I don't think I'm gonna know anytime soon, but excuse me. But, I'm praying about it, and at this point I'm just letting God take me where I'm meant to go, because I have learned a lot this semester that trying to control certain things and make things go the way that I want them to go, it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out at all. So, it truly is in His hands, and I really do believe that He's not going to put me down a path that's going to lead to my destruction. So, He knows what He's doing, and I'm gonna just keep going and keep having my faith in Him, and we're just gonna see where life takes me, because there are also those stories when it's like their degree does not match their occupation. So I'm not trying to get too caught up in this is my degree, this is what I have to do kind of thing, because look, I'm also making YouTube videos, so it's like I low-key want to blow up as a YouTuber and make my income that way. So nothing's tying me down. I'm dreaming big. I'm dreaming very big right now, which is great. Now let's talk about mental health. Guys, it has been a very, very long journey. A journey in which I'm very proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I'm still fighting with it, honestly, but it's definitely so much easier now, and I know what I need to do when I get into these little episodes where I just feel completely down and just not good about myself, or no, not even good about myself, because honestly, and this isn't me being cocky or anything, but I don't really struggle with confidence. I'm not, no, that was middle school, high school kind of insecurity of mine. But right now, I really don't care. I'm really, really in that phase where I'm trying to step into the person that I want to be and that God is meant for me to be. So confidence, I'm not really struggling with at the moment, but there are other things like trauma, past trauma, and unpacking that to where it no longer affects my relationships with people. That is what I've been dealing with. And I'm not going to say what it is, what it was, all the things that have happened, but I do want to express that it is so, so important for everyone, in my opinion, to talk to someone. And a friend of mine, he was an old friend of mine, he He was like, I think everyone should sit on someone's couch. And I agree. I definitely agree. I actually took the initiative myself to do so this semester, and it helped me. It helped me a lot. And you know, I didn't have a ton of like, you know, sessions, but it felt good to talk to someone and get that outside perspective from someone who isn't your friends, who isn't family, and you know, from someone who's licensed and a professional. So something that the guy told me, and something that okay, let me say this first. Something that I have an issue with is I feel as if anything that happens, anything that is said to me, any situation that I get stuck in or hear about, I feel as if like I have to take it on, or I have to become a part of it, and I feel as if it's not my issue and that I have to deal with it always. I'm always have to be thinking about it, and if I don't, then there's going to be consequences. What are these consequences? Who knows? But that was something that I always thought. So I could never get over anything, whether it be something that happened to me yesterday or something that had happened to me, say 3 or 4 years ago, or just way in my childhood. Like I would literally carry those things with me, like every single day, for no reason. Like things that have happened to me so long ago, I would carry them with me. And when I entered into a relationship with someone, I would make sure that they knew that these are the things that happened to me. But I would say it in a way where it was like, I don't even know. I wanted their pity. Like I wanted them to feel bad for me. But I don't want people to pity me. Like I don't want that at all. Like please don't. Like literally do not. Please don't. But that was what I would do. And so when he said that, he was like, why do you take all that on? Like, why can't something just be a passing thought? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I literally don't know. So I went home and I was thinking about that a lot. And I swear within just that first week, like I had already felt so much better because I was beginning to take things as they were and let it just boop. It's like it comes up and then you just swipe it to the side, and I felt lighter. I felt lighter and it felt so good. I wasn't allowing myself to heal. That was mostly what it was. And sitting on someone's couch, that was really, really eye-opening to me and definitely needed, and it helped me to not be so clouded throughout the semester. Beginning of the semester, I was really like, I had an experience where I was actually scared for myself because I woke up one day and I was actually fine. I was completely fine. You know, I was excited to go to dance. I was excited to go to my classes and spend time with my friends. And I actually think that had been a day where I was filming. And then the next day, it was completely different. Like my brain and my body were completely disconnected from one another, and my head, it was so clouded. Like I felt like I wasn't there. I was not present in any way, shape, or form. I was just a body moving in space, trying to force myself to do ballet and get throughout the day. And it was scary. It was really scary, and I never, ever want to be in that space again. So I did what I had to do, and sometimes you don't want to do it because we think we're okay, we think we're fine, but it's okay to not be fine, and it's okay to go speak to someone about it who's not your friend, who's not your family, who's not your boyfriend, who's not your girlfriend. Like it's okay to help yourself. It's okay. And the steps that you have to take down the line, you might not like it. You might have to stop doing certain things that you actually want to do. You know, you may have to distance yourself from people that you really love in order to help yourself. But you always come first. You always come first, no matter what. No matter what. I always come first. And just saying that just shows how much progress I've made, because I never put my needs before anyone else. Never. I was never that way. But now I do. This semester, I did. And I feel like I'm on top. Again, I feel like I'm on top of the world, because how can I help someone if I can't even help myself, kind of thing. And I'm like, how am I going to make this relationship work if I'm not okay? You know, there's a verse in the Bible that says, love thy neighbor as you would love yourself. And so it's like, how can I love them if I don't love myself? If I don't love myself enough to take care of myself? You know, that was something that I really had to think about. And now I can tell you, Kira's gonna do what she wants to do, okay? And that's not me saying I'm gonna, you know, go crazy and just start being this selfish little, you know, no, because I'm still very, you know, I'm still very humble, and I'm still very selfless, and, you know, wanting to help people as much as I can. But I'm letting you know, I am prioritizing my mental health, like, over anything. So that's kind of all there is to say about that. Like, I do believe, and I'm so proud of our generation, because I think that we are going to be the ones to break generational curses, and to just make sure that mental health does not affect future generations to come, because we're not afraid to recognize it and literally attack it like with a whole army. Like, if we see something, we're like, no, you stem from this, and because this happened to you here, and now it's why you act like this. Yeah, that's us. That's how we act, and we're cutting that out right now. So love yourself, do what you need to do for you, because you do matter. I promise you, you do matter, and you come before anything else. All right, y'all. Now let's get into my breakup. I'm not gonna talk too much about this. I actually don't even know if this person is watching this video or not. It was a rough breakup. I mean, it didn't start off rough at all, but again, kind of stressing the whole mental health thing. Mental health is very important, and you just can't make something work, no matter how much you want it to work, if you are not okay, and if you don't know how to put yourself first and prioritize yourself and speak up for yourself when you know, even if it's the smallest of things that you don't like. Yeah, this person, I don't want to be cheesy and be like they changed my life, but, you know, they challenged me to open up about certain things that I don't open up about at all. And, you know, they treated me right, and I thought about really big things for us. And it was tough. We ended things and decided to, you know, be cordial and, you know, be friends and everything. But I don't know, as the semester went on, I was very, you know, hopeful and optimistic, and I don't know, I thought that if I learned to be okay, if I learned to be good and, you know, mentally and all this stuff, and be back at a point in my life where I wanted to be, then, you know, things would magically just, you know, come back together. But they didn't, and that's okay. But it was a hard truth that I had to face, and yeah, the way things are right now between us they're not good, and it's definitely all due, you know, it's all definitely all because of my actions and you know, what I said to this person, and essentially it was all about my mental health. I wasn't okay, and it wasn't helpful for me to continue to be thinking about this person and missing them, and you know, wanting to change things with them, if that wasn't what they wanted to, and you know, communication wasn't being had, and you know, it was okay if they didn't want that, but it was driving me crazy because I was being so hopeful and so optimistic, and I told this person I you know, I had to distance myself from them because it just hurt me too much to be constantly thinking about something that wasn't coming, that wasn't going to happen. And no matter how much I, you know, tried to fight for it or prayed over it and, you know, stayed hopeful and optimistic in my own spirit, like it wasn't coming. It wasn't coming, and it wasn't going to come. And yeah, I couldn't keep hoping in something that wasn't going to be anymore. So, you know, I told this person I needed to distance myself from them, and obviously that's not what I actually want, because I do, you know, this person was very significant in my life, and things that I hoped and dreamed and thought that we would be, you know, some of those things, you know, still remain, but you know, I gotta keep moving. I have to keep moving, and I gotta keep moving, and sometimes that's what you gotta do. It's gonna hurt. It may hurt. It did hurt a lot to tell that person that I wanted to be distant from them, because again, that's not what I want to do at all. You know, I still care for this person. I still have love for them, and I do miss them, but sometimes you can't keep fighting for things if they're not even going to fight for you, or you can't. It's okay to have hope, but I don't know. I don't want to say some things are hopeless, but you know, growth has to happen. I believe that growth has to happen on both ends, and I'm not going to speak for this person, but on my end, I know for sure that I need to work on being more vocal and being myself around people that I actually like and have feelings for romantically. Being okay with being myself, and most importantly is just healing from past or present trauma, because again, as I mentioned earlier, carrying everything that I was carrying with me was not beneficial. It was not beneficial in any shape or form, and there was a point when I unpacked a boatload of it onto this person and expected them to fix me. But it's not their job to fix me. It never was their job to fix me. And I don't blame myself for our breakup, and it was a mutual decision, but it caused me to look at my life and say, okay, this is what I need to fix if I want either this, or if I want something like this, or if I want greater things to happen to me later in life. Again, you gotta be okay. You have to be okay before you enter into anything with someone else. I'm grateful for this person, and I'm grateful for the relationship that we had, because it's definitely challenged me to grow in so many ways, and I think that's exactly what a relationship should do for you, cause you to grow and face those things that made you really uncomfortable and that you avoided for literally all of your life. And that is what this person did for me. So I'm thankful for them and grateful that I, got to share some moments of my life with them. So yeah, I feel okay. There's still some days where it's still a little like, you miss him. But things are what they are. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. Oh my gosh. Okay. We got one more topic to talk about, and that's God. I really needed to fix my relationship with God. It was pretty shaky. It was pretty shaky. And it was shaky because I was trying to control everything. I was trying to control literally everything in my life. Everything. And it does not work that way. I learned in the most roughest way possible, it does not work that way at all. And taking time away from YouTube, really helped me see just how much of my life I was trying to control. Being away forced me to sit still and just relax. Girl, relax. Just relax. I started reading my Bible more, and I actually have, let me show you guys. I'm actually behind on it for 2 weeks, but I have this thing called the Weekly Faith Project, and I got it from Target. And basically just like at the start of every week, it has a little scripture, and can you guys see? It has a little scripture, and then it has a little paragraph that asks you to reflect on something, and then you write about it. So this has helped me just kind of stay consistent with my studies. I've also been reading my Bible a lot and listening to, Sarah Jakes Roberts. Lord have mercy. She be speaking to me, y'all. But, I started listening to her. Also, the guy that I just got out of the relationship with, his mom used to send me every Sunday. She would send me the link for live service at the Potter's House in Dallas. So every Sunday I would be watching those, and that really helped me. And it was just so interesting because once I started to let certain things go and stop trying to control my life, I could really see just how God was working in it, and things just overall felt so much easier. I didn't feel clouded. It was easier to get out of bed. It was easier to go and actually enjoy my day and live in the moment and love people and just have fun and just really feel everything that was happening around me. I can't express this enough. Nothing works if you try to control it yourself. And there were a lot of situations that I was trying to force, and I even think aspects of my relationship, I knew how I wanted it to be because I knew the impact this person was going to have on my life. So I was trying to force it. If I'm just being honest, I was trying to force it. I was trying to make certain things happen, think a certain way. It's just weird little things. And I wasn't allowing myself to be completely authentic with this person. And, as much as I would want to now, the opportunity has passed, but nothing works when you try to force it. Everything truly has to be natural and truly has to be controlled by God. And I can positively say to you right now that I am not controlling anything else in my life. And I haven't been for the past few weeks. He's just so amazing, and I'm trying not to be surface level when I'm communicating this to you guys, but just the signs that he gives you, that he has given me, it's very much communicated to me that I am so loved and so protected, and that I am following down the exact path that I am meant to in this moment in my life. And even when I don't feel the best, I still have that reassurance that I'm going to be okay because he will always take care of me. Always. Simple as that. There's nothing else to say, but he will truly always be there for me. And even in moments when things may not be how I want them to be, they're how he wants them to be. And learning to be okay with that was a really big thing for me in, this period of being absent, because life is scary. You don't want anything bad happening to you. You don't want things to go the way you don't want them to go. But sometimes what we want is not what God wants. And you gotta be okay with it. I've learned to be okay with it. And again, I truly do believe that I am going to win in the end. I will win in the end because he's in control. And I challenge and invite every one of you out there who's listening to this to really assess your life and ask yourself, am I trying to control everything? Is that why everything is going wrong? Is because I am not giving the steering wheel to God? I would ask yourself that, because I'm telling you guys, as soon as I let go and let God, okay? It's a saying for a reason. As soon as I let go, everything in my life just seemed to turn around. And yes, I was still dealing with some bad things, but it wasn't as hard to deal with. It didn't affect me as much as it did in the past, because I wasn't trying to control it anymore. There is a verse I actually have written down. This has gotten me through. I actually want to read it straight from the Bible itself. Okay, there are actually two verses. So the first one it's Isaiah 43, and it says, "But now God's message, the God who made you in the first place, Jacob, the one who got you started, Israel, don't be afraid. I've redeemed you. I've called your name. You're mine. When you're in over your head, I'll be with you. I'll be there with you. When you're in rough waters, you will not go down. When you're between a rock and a hard place, it won't be a dead end, because I am God, your personal God, the Holy of Israel, your Savior. I paid a huge price for you. All of Egypt, the rich Cush and Sebethronan. That's how much you mean to me. That's how much I love you. I'd sell off the whole world to get you back, trade the creation. So don't be afraid, I'm with you." The other verse that has got me through this semester is Isaiah 61. Sorry, it's Isaiah 60, actually. Towards the end of Isaiah 60, it says, "God will be your eternal light. Your God will bathe you in splendor. Your sun will never go down. Your moon will never fade. I will be your eternal light. Your days of grieving are over." And then later towards the end, it says, "I am God. At the right time, I will make things happen." So again, this is why I keep saying, don't try to control everything in your life, because it says it right here. It says it right here. God's going to make things happen when they're supposed to happen. So don't force it. Don't force it at all. And if you really think that this is supposed to happen, or this person is supposed to be in your life, then you need to trust God. I had to learn to really trust God and be okay with it not happening right now, and trust that he will make it happen when it's supposed to. I'm gonna go ahead and actually wrap up this video. I'm actually going to go out to eat with some friends, but I pray that this video really kind of provided you with an explanation in a proper way. And I thank you guys for, again, being here and supporting me and allowing me to come on this platform and be vulnerable with you guys, and just share with you and be as candid with you as possible about certain things that have been going on in my life. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.